Hello, fellow humans. Welcome to Spelunky. Daily Challenge Duels. Today is March 31st, 2020. In our last Daily Challenge Duel, we made it all the way to Yama. Just lost my rock. Very disappointed. Going back for it. Sounds like there's a damsel up here. There's not, but we were coaxed toward... Ooh, a Matic? In 1-1. I certainly will take that. Dig Mr. Beer Cat out of his private hell. As I was saying, I managed to make it all the way to Yama yesterday. Finally completed the game in a daily challenge duel. Gave my friend Mr. Slightly Absurd something to work for. I think I actually came out victorious. For once. That's alright. To be fair, the goal isn't really to point out that I was victorious. But, you know, have a friendly competition. Make a little bit of, hopefully entertaining YouTube content. And test our mettle on the wild world of video creation and editing. To be fair, I have, admittedly, created somewhat of a slapdash production. Jacob's spent a little more time in setting up a green screen and learning some video editing, made our intro, created a bunch of graphics, and I show up and fail miserably to jump and chop with the Matic at the same time. Publicly. There we go. In front of all of you. Simply for the entertainment value it provides. Nothing like a mild anxiety attack induced by a video game to really make this whole self-isolation thing feel that much more intense. Searching for the right word there. I don't think intense was the right word, but we're gonna say intense. It's a rather intense game of Spelunky. I just burned myself a little bit on my tea. I gotta remember, just put that tea in that cup. Just brewed the kettle moments ago. Sit down and play Spelunky. Burn my lips for everyone. I don't usually prefer the pitcher's mitt. Just because I'm sort of used to the angle the bombs arc at. Say of all the things most comfortable with in Spelunky, it's that familiar arcing of the bombs. It does pay off later in the game. Especially if you make it to Yama and you've got plenty of sticky bombs. It's pretty easy. You know, in fact, let's step outside of our comfort zones. It's difficult to do that in the regular world right now. In the digital world, I'm gonna go crazy with it. Get the pitcher's mitt. Now we can do things like this. Who knows where that arrow might have ended up? It was right there. Well, last run I watched Jacob do, he sort of inadvertently gave me a hint. Unlike many of the advertent hints he's given me in this game. Some might say even blatant. Maybe not blatant, but he's got a rule where he tries to conserve the matic by not chopping great distances with it. And I can't say that I've done so thus far. Just whipping a bat. Oh, you saw it. You were there. I'm gonna make an attempt to follow slightly absurd rules of the road. See, if I use a rope, I'm gonna have to use the rope here. Guess it's not worth chopping through. See, here we go. Now we're gonna use slightly absurd sanctioned behaviors. I'm gonna grab Beer Cat. Hope to get around this corner. Or Spirited Dick Butt shows up. We will be sacrificing Mr. Beer. I mean, we will be teleporting Mr. Beer Cat to a nice farm upstate. And now we've got the spring shoes, which I appreciate because we can save a rope and jump right over the ghost and let him do his backflip. Normally there, I would have chopped a hole through the floor. We'll try to save the matic as long as we can. Just waiting here to coax this slow-moving dick butt gradually toward my direction, so that we can hopefully ensure our safe passage. Honestly, probably should have just hurried there so he'd be off on the left side of the level. That way we're not heading toward him as he meanders his way in my direction. Right, now we... oh, yeah. Exits right here. I should have remembered that. I was aware. You were probably aware. Probably screaming at the screen, letting me know. Alright, we've got a skin crawling level. That's generally fraught with enormous spiders. A nice source of gems. Good way to get some paste. You want that big key. Let's see here. Chop in here. It's 2. Doing a little bit of a matic math. Got 2 there. Can't see if we can get past Mr. Beer Cat. You can probably use a rope. Get up into Mr. Beer Cat's lovely cavern he's created himself there. No, no, in fact we cannot. Alright, well. Go back up here. Disarm that arrow trap. I think we're seeing it now. Here we are. Grab Mr. Beer Cat. Get our gems. Do a bit of a figure 8 you may have not detected. Weren't ready for it, but there it is. No, got that arrow trap set off. Grab our big key. And I know Jacob said, don't waste the matic, but look at all these gems. So many gems. We got a bit of a spidery problem here. Hoping to get that guy's attention. I was assuming that blood was gonna splatter a little further than it did. Also hoping to cut ourselves an exit through the floor. You have got the spider situation here, you know. I'm gonna go through here. Got that old tingly spider feeling again. Just like Mom used to give you. And a bit of a tense situation here. I'm gonna abscond back to the top of the level. Luckily we bought some ropes. Got some ropes here. Now we can find these most valuable gems on our nightmarish descent into a spidery hell. And moved a little too slowly there. Gonna have to redirect our efforts. Dick Butt is fancily tumbling. Alright. Wasn't really planning on getting hit by that spider, but luckily we still managed to change direction mid-flight, land back on his head. And now we've got all the big spiders alerted to our presence. Sneak our way underneath Dick Butt. I would really like to bring my Matic along. Such a nightmare here. Would greatly appreciate purchasing that bomb box. We got 1 health here. I guess we're sort of living on the edge. Come on, Mr. Dick Butt. Spirit of Dick Butt. Taking your time. You know, that many bombs. Greatly would appreciate. Broken Armatic. Not sure what exact, where the, you know, where the top of it went there. We're going for it. We're going for that bomb box. Don't have the Matic. Get rid of these spiders. Probably gonna have to move the Ms. Spirit of Dick Butt back to the top of the level again. But we will leave here with 14 bombs. Or we won't leave here at all. Had like a 60-40 split on the odds on that one right now. I'm gonna purchase the bomb box instead of... If you watched yesterday's video, I grabbed the Matic in a moment of indecision. Walked out of the shop with it. Luckily it paid off in the end. Managed to make it through Yama, as I previously mentioned. But it was tense. And we've got a second spidery crap shoot, we'll say. Gotta use care with the spring shoes to not jump into the path of that arrow. Snake, spider, stack. Alright. Let's see what we've got to contend with now. Nice thing you can do, instead of jumping for that spider, you got some spikes. Run along, let him take care of himself. Here we've got a spider that's gonna set off that arrow trap. So. This is most interesting. Not what I intended there. There we go. Luckily we've got those bombs. These tiny spiders flying around here. Alright, so we can go underneath. Keep that giant spider from noticing us. Right outside the range of his spidey sense. I do hear a damsel somewhere nearby. I think off to the left here. Crawl slowly under the spiders here. Alright, Mr. Beer Cat. See if we can't do something fancy to teleport you up to your farm upstate. You gonna love it? All your friends will be there. think we can safely put a bomb there without ruining our shrine. And now we've got the Kapala. Hoping for a favorable swing of that spider. No corpse. I don't think I'm gonna contend with that snake. Only because I am a bit concerned now that might be setting off the big spiders. 2 health, definitely not in a position to tangle with them. Throw that spidery fastball toward the spirited Dickbot. A little bit of spit on that one. Alright. Hoping for safety. Let's soak up the blood that we can. Another spider coming. Pile of gold. And we are off. Through the second spidery nightmare. Excuse me while I adjust. I am a fat person on the inside. Now, we've got plenty of bombs with which to find the location of the black market. Grab the climbing gloves, as Jacob calls them, Hall cans, I think more aptly named. Mr. Slightly Absurd. I hear a joke that I appreciate. Now it's my joke. Think of that meme where you say, I made this, and then you hand it to somebody. They say, you made this. Stand there for a while. I made this. Luckily, quite literally, because it's a joke, I made it. Alright, we've got an aquatic feline. Lucky this monkey didn't send me into that tiki trap. I didn't really want to use my last rope there. See if we can't climb our way up and grab us a Mr. Beer Cat. Do want to check and make sure. 2 gems, that's worth it, although I think I may just miss the bomb. Alright, we're good. We're good. Don't worry. So those emeralds were worth it. Worth it to check for the black market. It's been recently tucked in the corner in a position that was difficult to find, so. Alright, Mr. Beer Cat. By default. Getting plunked into the exit. Now we've got the curiosity that Mr. Beer Cat lacked. Say that those stiff drinks have perhaps dulled his senses. Not sure why I brought this corpse with me. Can't remember if the tiny frogs will get stabbed by the spikes. I don't think they will. Certainly don't think they'll sit still long enough for us to find out without getting... Excuse me, sip of tea there. It's finally cooled off enough that I'm not going to singe my lips. Without getting inhabited by the spirit of Dickbutt, is what I was going to say there. Not sure inhabited is the right word. There's a word I'm looking for. Maybe let me know in the comments if you can think of it. Oh, you got a ghost. Look at a Final Fantasy 3/6. Possess, yeah, that's the word. Thinking of the skill of those spirits on the Phantom train. Alright. I'm not gonna tangle with that monkey anymore. We're gonna go ahead and use the rope. May regret it. We got climbing gloves. Yeah, you get those ghosts on the Phantom train. Wanna join your party? Possess somebody. Thinking of that. Damned if I could think of the word. Inhabited. Here I am, giving Jacob a bunch of guff in his comment section about using the word succubi. He meant succubus. Can't think of the word possess. That's what you get for being pedantic. You look foolish. Luckily, Jacob is clever enough a person that he often points out when I look foolish for me. It's always fun to return the favor. He may even argue that maybe, perhaps he's the one returning the favor, so that's fair. Alright, we've got an idol. I know that black market is somewhere nearby, as indicated by the obnoxious tick of the Ujat eye. Hoping that that idol doesn't come back to haunt us. Or possess us. Alright. Unload some valuables. I see the black markets on the other side of the tree there. We just gotta get there before this frog, so that spirit, gets us. Plop a bomb. Get a bit greedy. Nearly lose our boomerang. And we are off to the black market. Nice soothing sip of tea. Feeling a bit under the weather. Often happens this time of year. Except I don't normally sit laden with anxiety. Thinking perhaps I should frequently check my temperature, because my body is occasionally allergic to the air. Oh, plants. I've moved around the country a little. Lived in a few different places, different regions. Climbs. Generally seems like time of year when everyone else is going out and enjoying the weather, putting their t-shirts on. Bit of an audio glitch there. Hopefully we're still recording. Wouldn't be the first time I spent a while talking to myself. Sure, it certainly won't be the last. But as others are stripping off their outer layers and stepping out for some vitamin D, I'm usually blowing my nose into one of several handkerchiefs I've got now. Decent collection over the years. Sniffling and whining about how it's plants. Springtime. Boo. Forgetting for a moment in the black market and hearing the damsel cry out, "Mr. Beer Cat, coming for you." But I am in fact not coming for you. I would appreciate that jetpack, honestly. And after yesterday's run, I am tempted to grab a shotgun, blast my way out of here. We're gonna take a page out of the tome of Slightly Absurd. Try our hand at a bit of pacifism today. Yesterday was aggressive. Inadvertently aggressive from the mines through, so. Get a hashtag not sponsored sip of tea. Do not, in fact, have the spike shoes. As often by now I do. Find ourselves entertained by the springy resilience of the flesh of that frog. No real reason to visit this shrine. Soak up a little bit of blood from that frog. Okay then. I am going to regret having fallen into this water for a little bit of monetary gain. Now having to contend with this tiki trap. But that is how that is done. Squeeze your butthole really tightly. Say a prayer to whomever you think might be listening. Spring shoes and climber gloves also assist in that endeavor. Alright, we've got a pile of valuables here. A couple of them. Really should pay more attention to the level feelings. I never really do. Got some value here. Worth a bomb. A couple of gems, one of which is a ruby. It's a pile of gold without having to contend with the Tiki Man and his boomeranging. No. That did not pan out as well as it should have. Or could have. Alright. Presumably, yeah, there we are. The exit's on the left here. Go ahead and grab Mr. Beercat since he absorbed a little bit of abuse unnecessarily. Try to make it up to him. Alright, I was gonna say, I was hoping to avoid that monkey. And safely continue. Oh, not dying in 1-2 anymore, Jacob. Maybe 3-1, but not 1-2. Should we be greedy today and get the... We're gonna get the bomb box. We're gonna do it. And waste all of our hard-earned money. In an attempt. Alright, here's what we're gonna do here. Possibly die. Oh, shit. Well, we've used our Ankh. Fear not. Simply won't be traveling into hell today. What I was going to do, before I again realized that I do not have the spike shoes. No spike shoes here. You can tell by my moonwalking. I'm gonna grab that ruby. Grab this Beercat. And only spend 1 bomb in the process. What a value. Practically pays for itself. You might have been thinking. I certainly was thinking. But now, for all the posturing, chest pounding, pedantic harassing that we have afforded, slightly absurd, now we are possibly a bit handicapped in our run. Got one spiritual hand tied behind our back. Still no spike shoes. I don't know why I insist on pretending that I've got them, as if they're going to suddenly appear. Not sure what happened there, honestly. Maybe if I click my heels together and think about friction and torsion forces, then maybe I'll grip on. You know, it's altogether. I forgot I had that in mind. It's altogether possible that our magical thinking summoned the Yeti King into the world of Spelunky, where we would be able to retrieve the spike shoes, but alas and alack, behold, for we have blown up in level 10. Let's go to the leaderboard. 3-2, not 1-2, as I confidently boasted, but in fact, a 3-2. Alright, I've been fumbling around this leaderboard. I'm going to change the filter. Here we are. See who we've got up here. Any friends on the pages above? You know, I noticed this person's name yesterday, and it was after the recording, but I went, oh, Almighty. I think that's a tea leaf. If that's not excitainment, then I don't know what is. Well, if you enjoyed that, be sure to give it a like. If you didn't enjoy it, give me a thumbs down. And please subscribe. I don't have very many subscribers, just a couple. I just broke into double digits, and most of them are my family members. And Jacob, he keeps commenting on all my videos, and I'm like, I got a comment who's all slightly absurd. Well, I appreciate it, though. Do actually check out Slightly Absurd. Let him know I sent you. See if his score isn't probably better than mine. Let's see what we got here. Fastest times. We're gonna go on the fastest times, just because. See if this is updated recently. Go ahead and put your thumb over the screen of Israel Blarg and pay no attention to him. It's sub 4 minute. But apparently Subliminal there. Nearly 8 seconds better than Slightly Absurd. We're just waiting for that number to update. I think it ain't what stuck in the tubes or something. All right, man. That's all the prodding that I've got for you today. Super tea. Like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know how far you made it on 331. Dislike if you didn't like the video. I value your feedback. Is it awkward enough? Stay safe. Be kind. Wash your hands and face. I love you all. Okay, bye.